Welcome back to my playthrough of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I've been enjoying this playthrough quite a lot, but now it's time to get down to business. Can I beat the Bloody Baron in a game of Gwent and win his unique card? Let's find out. There we go. Why is that hit me? I don't understand. Right then, let's go.
Another. Oh, it's done it in our fucking knew it.
Okay, so if I show you my Gwent deck that I'm going to be using against the Bloody Baron. So, in essence, I'm only going for a few combat cards. So, one of them being a spy. I wish I had more spies, but one of the cards that win from the Bloody Baron is a spy. So that'll come in quite useful. The one hero card I do have is Yennefer of Venneberg, which is going to come in very handy because that is a resurrection. Now this one I picked up, the cow, so I kind of went into the Hearts of Stone DLC area and picked this up. Now this is a very useful card. Essentially what you do is you place it down in the battlefield. It's worth nothing, but then the following turn you get an 8-point combat card. So that's useful. Now these guys, you only need one in your deck, and if you place it down on the battlefield, all three get placed. So it pulls them out of your deck and into the battle straight away. Hopefully that will be a game changer for us. And then a lot of my points are in the siege weapons. So I've got a lot of siege cards. I've got 2 catapults. If we can get them both out, then that would be amazing. And I've also got the medic. So siege will be very important. The hero card again is Yennefer. I haven't got any weather cards now. I might actually chuck in a biting frost and an impenetrable fog, because then I've got 2 decoys. I wish I had 3, but for some reason I just can't find the 3rd one that's on sale. I think it might be glitched in the game, I'm not sure. But I've also got the Commander's Horns to help. Now technically my Nilfgaard Empire deck is a better deck in terms of unit strength, but it isn't as well set out with things like decoy. Well, it's got a decoy. In fact, I can change that, can't I? And put 2 decoys in there. So let's see if this is a potential. Well, if I was to take that out and put in this guy, yeah, I still don't think it's worth playing. Now I have got Tibor, Egerbracht in that deck, but I've got quite a few low level cards in here that are 4s, but you get 10s as well. I've got the cow. I've also got more Van Voorhees. So I've got 4 hero cards in this deck, where I've only got the 1 in the other deck. But then I've got quite low cards if I don't get those in. So they're the cards I have in the Nilfgaardian Empire. So that is an option. I am going to try my Northern Realms first. So first of all, I'm going to save my game. Because if I lose,
I'm listening. What do you
I want to be able to restart. Here we go.
Ever play
I'm
Gwent?
going to play with my Northern Realms deck.
And what's more, I usually win. If you've a deck, sit down. Outplay me, and I'll give you one of my unique cards. How's that for enticement?
Let's do it.
Let's lay him down.
Okay, so I am going to go with my Northern Realms. Let's see what I get. Come on, I want this. Biting Frost is good. I've got Yennefer in there, and I've also got another medic. That is pretty tasty. I've got this guy. I've got Biting Frost. See, what I'm thinking here is that I've got quite a few. How many siege guys have I got? I've only got 2 siege ballistas up at the moment, and my medic. But I've only got. I might swap out my Biting Frost and see what I get. Ooh, that was a brilliant tactic. And I might swap this guy out. Oh, I swapped him out and got his mate. That is a shame, but yes, the fact that I've got my spy is fantastic. Now I'm hoping I get a decoy. Oh. Now, what I'm thinking is, do I get out? I think what I do is I get out this guy. I can always bring him back to life. So what I want to do is also bring this dude out. So now I'm doing very well in terms of scores on here. Now he might scorch those. No, he's not going to. That's interesting. Okay. I'm going to bring this guy out. Okay, so he's passed, which means I will do the same. That's fine. Okay, so that's interesting. I've got a choice here. I can either bring out the spy or this guy. I think I bring out the spy. I'll bring out 2 more cards. That's fantastic. Okay, so what I think I do now is I bring out my other favourite and then bring out this archer. So I'm gonna wait. Ooh. So I'm going to keep playing into his hands here, because I have got the ability to use my own ability. Ooh. I was expecting him to be a lot harder than this. So what I don't want to do, so if I bring this guy out, so what I don't want to do is make my 2 guys at the front 10s. Ooh, that is impressive. So now I'm going to use this card, and I'm going to see how far he takes it. He's passed, so I think I can now win. So I was expecting him to scorch my cards, so when I brought this guy out, he's now they're going to get to 10. Now a scorch card would have burnt them, but now what I can do is clear the weather with my special ability, which now means I've won. And then just to really overkill it, which one do I go for? I think I go for that one. And I've won the round, and I've beaten the Bloody Baron on my first attempt. So that is quite rare. I'm very surprised. I was expecting to have a bigger fight than that. But let's see which card I've won.
You won. A man's only as good as his word. Take the card. I fear Velen's short on worthy opponents. Boat builder in Oroton might be one. There was also an old Soothsayer. Lived east of here, near the windmill, last I heard. There's a lad, about as reasonable as an old mare, but he plays a devilish hand. In fact, I don't rightly know that you're ready for him.
Okay, so now that we've won that, and we've won that relatively easily, I'm going to go back to my deck. I'm going to see what card did we get. Ah, so we got Dijkstra. This is a brilliant card. This is a very good card. And I'm going to put this into my deck straight away. Now we have got 25 unit cards now, and what you want to do is probably get as close to 22 as possible, so that you've got a better chance of pulling out your better cards. So at the moment I'm looking at these cards and I'm thinking Vesemir is probably the weak link there. I think we'll probably do get rid of Vesemir and get rid of the Death Mold and concentrate on the siege. Or is that the right thing to do? Actually, I'm going to change my mind and get rid of the 2 treasure bays. Let's go back to, let's put Vesemir back in and Death Mold. I don't know actually about Death Mold. Yeah, I'm going to take Death Mold out. So I will keep Siege as one of the... So it just gives it a bit of a balance. So that, you know, if something was to happen to the Siege side of things, I've got other options. Because at the moment, when I look here, the only options I've really got are the Blue Stripe Commandos for combat. Whereas Vesemir just gives me one more option. I'm not sure it matters though. And what about the weather cards? I think I get rid of Impenetrable Fog. fewer cards mean that you get your best cards. You've got a better chance of getting your best cards forward. So now that we have the Bloody Baron's unique card and we beat him first try, which I was very surprised about, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to take on the other two players in this quest for Gwent VELEN Players. Win a unique card from the Soothsayer and win a unique card from the man in Oriton. Now, if I go to the world map and scroll out to have a look at the quests that I've got. So we've got wins from the Soothsayer is way over here, but the man in Oriton, we already have visited Oriton, so I'm going to go to Oriton first. So let's run back to the fast travel point and I'll see you all in Oriton. So here we are in Oriton, and I believe this guy behind me who's fixing this boat is the one who is the Gwent player. So let's give him a visit and see if we can beat him.
You again.
Heard you're a good boatwright and an even better card player.
Want to play?
Always ready for a round.
Try to win them all, but you won't.
Again, we're going to go with Northern Realms, just because this is the best rounded deck that I've got. You know, it's got the spies, it's got the Gaunt to Darkness cards, although I can use them in any deck. So, you know, it's neither here nor there. But I do like using this deck, so let's just give it a go. So I've got a decoy, I've got a spy, I've got two spies. That's interesting. That is very good. One thing I haven't got is I've only got one medic. And I've got these treasure bays, but I wouldn't mind one of my... That's what I wanted. I wanted one of my monster cards. So, you know, and this guy's alright, but, you know, I think I'll leave it at that actually, because we're going to use two spies straight away, and I'm hoping then that I can, you know, with the extra cards that the spies give us, hopefully just win this quite easy. And the fact that we've got one of our decoys out is, if he starts bringing spies to the table, we can pinch them. See, that's perfect. We can do exactly the same as what he's just done to us. And we've got the cow. Now the cow... The cow we are going to play straight away. So my opponent has already passed. So what am I going to do here? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take his... I'm going to decoy. I'm going to play his two spies. I'm then going to play Prince Stannis. which gives me, you know, a lot of cards really. And then I'm just going to play Vesemir, and then I'm going to say I've won that round. So that gives me a lot of cards. I've got a lot of siege cards, and also now I've got my cow. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is play my ballista. I'm going to play it quite conservative, because what I don't want to do I want to see if he's got Scorch cards or anything that can really screw me over. So what I'll do is I'll stick a ballista in here again so I can take the lead. See if he scorches them. No, he doesn't. So I wonder if he's just going to try and outmuscle me here. Now, one thing I don't have here, which is a bit annoying, is I don't have the commanders. So this is going to be interesting. So what I'm going to actually do here is put out my catapult ballista. See, now that takes me above the threshold. Let's just... So interesting, he's put the torrential rain out there. So what I am going to do is... So I'm going to bring out the cow. I know that does nothing for me now, but it's going into the next round that's going to be very useful. Now, one thing that I'm worried about at the moment is he hasn't used any medics whatsoever. If he doesn't have any medics, then that is surprising. I don't know what that does. Oh, it took one of my cards out of my deck or something. Okay, so that's my... So I'm just trying to draw out his cards. I want to see what he's got. Okay, so now I'm winning. Hopefully he's passed, so that means I've won, which is interesting. Because what my next move would have been is to use my weather card. And therefore I've beat him. So that was surprising. I mean, I had no idea what he's got in his deck. But I was expecting him to use medics to revive my spies. Because I use my spies quite heavily. So I had plenty of spies to choose from if he did have medics. But he didn't have any medics.
Rules say the card's mine.
Aye, 'tis indeed. cards. Believe you're good enough to try.
So
your
let's
luck
see
against
what card
Haddy.
we get from him.
Folk laugh at him because he's young and a bit dim, but word is, he weren't afraid to beat the Baron himself. Where'd you come from?
Okay, so Letho of Goulet. Let's see what that's all about. So if I go to the Gwent deck, I think that's a leader card. For Nilfgaardian leader. Or is it? Oh no. Is that a Nilfgaardian hero? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to start thinking about using this deck. So here we are, and Haddy happens to be this little boy here, which is a bit of a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. But needless to say, we're going to talk to him and try and give him a good hiding.
You play Gwent?
They say Haddy's dim, but that just ain't true. Haddy don't know how to plough or sow, nor catch no fishes. But he sure can play cards. So Haddy plays Gwent.
So let's play.
Okay, so I am going to go Northern Realms. I just didn't feel quite comfortable with my Nilfgaardian deck just yet. I'm not familiar with it too much. So I think this is probably my best balanced one, even though the total strength of my Nilfgaardian one is massive. But this has got more technique to it, if that makes sense. So we're going to go with this one. So straight away we've got a decoy, we've got 2 Commander's Horns. This is not a good deck. This is not a good starting deck. So 2 Commander's Horns isn't necessary. So we've got the Ballista. That might come in useful. I haven't got a single spy out. I've got 1 healer. And we've got 2 guys here who haven't got their compatriots with them. I think what I might have to do is sacrifice Biting Frost. And what did we get instead of Biting Frost? Another Ballista. Oh, we have got the 2 catapults there. That is interesting. So we haven't got any spies. That is sad. I'm hoping he plays a spy, because then I can take it with the decoy. But let's just see how we go. I'm going to start off with bringing these bad boys out. And see what he does about that. He's going to scorch them, which is to kind of be expected. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start playing my back line. He isn't playing any spies yet, which I'm actually not happy about. I was hoping he would. So I am worried that he's going to... Yeah, so yes. I was worried about that. I was worried about him scorching that. Which may mean that I might have to use Yennefer really early here. Oh, he's got the Vernon Roach card. So, I'm putting all my eggs in a very early basket here, but I'm going to use Yennefer, and I'm hoping that he doesn't have another Scorch card. And I'm going to bring that back into play to then I'm hoping he'll quit at that point. Yes, he does. So if I was to take away... Let me think. If I was to take away one of these ballistas, I would lose 17. I would have 1, 8, and 9. 1. So I'd have 18. I would, yes. No, I'm just gonna hold at the moment. I was thinking about bringing back one of the ballistas so that I've got more points on the board, but I'm hoping I get. That is nice. So I'm hoping here that I can. Trying to bait something out of him here. Now, if he's got 3 of them, I could be in trouble. So I'm going to play that there. There is method to my madness. Okay. So he can't scorch these, which is good. He's got 2 of those. That could be a problem. I'm going to put them in. See what he does. I really want to see what he's got. So I'm going to bring that card back. I want to see what card he plays next. So he's going to clear the weather. Oh dear. Now I could lose this. So I'm going to play this and I'm just going to see what other card he's got. Now if he's got anything 4 or better, then he's won. Impenetrable fog. That means I've won. Surely. That was a very, very close game. If he had anything 5 or above in that last hand, any unit card or a scorch card or anything like that, he'd have won. That was very close. I feel like I was very unlucky with the draw, but I managed to just eke out the victory there. That was cool. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I won that, actually.
Haddy done lost. It happens. Take your prize.
Very happy with that. And the card that we get from Haddy... Did it say? We get Vernon Roach. That is an excellent card. Excellent card. So if we go now to my Gwent decks... My Northern Realms deck suddenly becomes a lot better. So Vernon Roach is a hero card, a 10. Okay, so if I... Whoa. So I think we just replace Vesemir with the hero card. Okay, so now that we've beaten Haddy, we're going to go to find the Soothsayer. Now this will take a bit of finding, because if we look on the map, the Soothsayer is in a place we haven't been yet. It's all the way over here. So what I'm going to do is fast travel to Reardon Manor, and then I'll meet you guys there. Hello, well we've made it here to face the last of the VELEN players. This is the Soothsayer, and I believe it's this old guy here called the Old Sage. So I'm going to quickly save the game. And now we're going to talk to him and see if we can beat him at Gwent.
We know each other?
Not personal like, though I've seen ye many times. I've a gift. I see the future. Yours as well.
But not for free, I guess.
I don't ask much. If you've a bite to eat.
I'll give him some food first. Be nice.
Here.
Thank ye. A fine offering. Well worth a foretelling.
All right. Let's hear it.
I see a white wolf. He looks on as the great viper bites and devours the silver lily. He wants to spring. He wants to fight. But the serpent is quicker. The lily must perish.
That's not the future. Lived through that. And you probably heard about it in some ballad.
My third eye grows foggier the older I become. But if you bought me some dragon's root...
Rare plant.
Rare indeed. But it did once grow in a cave southeast of here.
Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Okay, well, I'm not doing that right now.
You're back.
I want to play Gwent.
Wanted to ask you.
I play Gwent. And
How did he know that?
we can play for the prize card in my collection.
You a mind reader?
The good gods did bless me with some precognition. I say some, because it's selective like, only applies to mundane matters. Not a bird'll ever shit on me, but all my foresights never helped me win at Gwent.
Let's lay him out.
Okay, so I'm going to go again with my Northern Realms. Again, my Nilfgaardian Empire is so much stronger, but because a lot of them are hero cards, you can't use things like decoys, you can't use things like pulling them back through your discard pile, so I'm going to stick with the Northern Realms one for now, so I just feel like that is more rounded. So we've got a decoy and a commander's horn. We've got two of these guys. I don't think we need them. I've got a spy. And the rest of the deck is pretty shitty. So I'm going to try and get rid of one of these. That's good. So now I've got two of those guys in the deck. I wouldn't mind getting either another medic or something like that. So I'm actually going to pull out. Excuse me, I'm going to pull this guy out, and that gives us the strong treasure bay. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is play this card. Now the reason why I play this first is because I don't want to pull it out when I use my spy, because they're going to come onto the field anyway, so it's always best to play this first. Okay, so he's done something very similar there. I'm going to then play my spy. That wasn't amazing, I must admit. Wow. Okay, so it's quite apparent that he's going to just thinking to myself now, do I want to throw this round away in the hope that, you know, I can... No, I don't want to throw this round away. I have my treasure bays, and I have my commander's horn, and I have these two. So I can go all out. My one worry is that he will pull out a Scorch card. But I'm going to go all in on my archers. So that's interesting. So I will play this card and win the round. So I'm gonna. Now I'm hoping that brings another spy into it. That is actually fantastic. So I can play the spy. That was actually a terrible spy. Okay, so I've got a couple of options here. I could forfeit this round, or I could really go for it. Now I think what I'm going to do is go for it. So I'm going to bring out my treasure bay here. That's fine. That helps me, actually. So I'm going to bring out my second treasure bay. Now that doesn't help me. Because if he... So I need to think about this carefully. If he brings out a commander's card out of the 3 cards that he's got left, that brings him up to 62 plus whatever else he's got. So I do need to be careful. I think what I will do is I will keep playing, but I won't overcommit. Yeah, see, he has... Now, can I get up to 62 is the question. Okay, so what I'm going to do actually is use my decoy to bring back one of my treasure bays. Coax him into using another card. Okay, so now yeah, I'm going to actually coax him into using another card. He might pass at this point. No, he's used... Yeah, so I can just give up here. I'm just going to go, you know what, you've won. You've got 1 card left. I've got 6. So he's left 1 card. And it's his turn. So I get to see everything that he's about to do. And he's passed, so I've already won. Now, instead of just putting on this medic card to show you and just say I've won, I'll show you exactly how I was going to play this. So what I was going to do was I was going to bring her in. I was going to bring back the treasure bay. Add the other treasure bay. And then add all these guys on. Stick the commander in. 100 points. and absolutely smash him. So that ended up being quite convincing because I forced him to play all of his cards in round 2. So I'm actually very happy with that.
So is the Soothsayer's lot. I know where to find the finest slippery jacks this fall, but how to play and not lose, that I'll never know. A beautiful win. Take this card, you deserve it.
Know of any others who play Gwent?
You've but one opponent worth your while in VELEN, in the village of Midcopse. They calls him Haddy. He's a tyke, barely a handful of summers to him, but don't let that fool ye.
I've already beat him. So that gave me the Crones something or other. Ooh. So I got 2 monster factions, I think, there. So if I go to my monster cards, I'm sure I got 2 here. So I got the Crones Weaveress in there. So I'll chuck. I've only got 1 of those though, so that's not very good. Was it a leader card? Yeah. Eridan, Destroyer of Worlds, is that what he gave me? Discards 2 cards and draws 1 card of choice from your deck. Mind you, if you can choose which card you want, that might... If you can choose the 2 you discard and then pick the one that you really want, that could be good. You know, if you get a really bad hand and you want a Spy or something like that. Or a Scorch. But you know, the problem is at the moment I just don't have enough monster cards at all. In fact, those are... In fact, yeah, I've got some terrible ones there. One's a Ghoul. Yeah. Okay, interesting. So that was the Gwent quest for all the VELEN players. Beat them all first time. I got some decent cards. The Vernon Roach card will be very useful. I didn't get to see it in that game, but yeah, that is certainly one of the better ones to get. And I'll leave this one here. So thank you for watching. Bye for now. Take care. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers. Why is that hit me? I don't understand. Right then, let's go.
Another. Oh, it's done it in our fucking. No, wait.